Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final dev stream of our behind the scenes series for Reignbreaker. As always, my name is Ian. I'm the community manager for Studio Fizbin, and today I am joined by two of my wonderful colleagues. Back again on the stream. First of all, we have Nadi. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nadi. I'm a 2D artist at Studio Fizbin, and I was mainly responsible for the characters. And we also have Jeremy today.
Hey guys, I'm Jeremy, CTO and composer at Audio Creatures, and we have been responsible for the music and sound design of Reignbreaker.
And thank you both for being here today, because we have a focus today on audio and music, which is why I invited you, Jeremy, to be on the stream. So we're going to be playing, continuing our playthrough that we have been in the last few streams, and then we'll have a little break halfway through just to listen to some of the tracks that you've put together for Reignbreaker. So anybody who's played the game or the demo so far knows that music and sound is a huge part of it. So I'm super excited to have a closer look into that. And in the chat, thank you to Gemma from Thunderful for moderating today. Hi, Gemma. Good to see you as always. And hi, Tepish. I like your emoticons. They're very cute. So without further ado, let's get into the game. What do you say, folks? Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, for those of you who might be tuning in for the first time or after a couple weeks, I am currently trying to defeat the first major boss of the game, which is called the Chimera, which is this big, nasty machine guy. And it has now 2 phases. And first of all, I'm struggling a little bit just to get through the first phase. I will require a little more than just a skill to get through the second phase today, I think, but we'll see. And I also wanted to focus on the blast javelin. So there are 5 main javelin variants in our game with tons of sub-variants, of course. And we've gone through all of them with a greater focus in the past few dev streams, but today is the blast. So, Nadi, you went O as soon as I mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like the blast javelin?
I like it. The last time I was on stream, I was still proing for another javelin, but because I have played the game doing QA so much, the blast is my current fave, actually.
Really?
So, yes, I didn't use it before that often because I was afraid of the impact, because you can easily get damaged by it yourself, right? And
that's kind of where I am. So
yeah, I was there too, but then I got used to it, and there are some very cool variants of the blast javelins. Like some have a timer, and some activate when enemies hit the get in the area of impact, right? So you have to get used to it, but then it's really fun to blow things up.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking at Divine Blast, which increases the critical hit chance of your javelin attacks, which just sounds like a good all-rounder. But I also want to call out one of these things that you mentioned, this Huntsman's Halo mod, which is on a few of these, and as well as a few non-blast javelins. So can you explain what that does?
The Huntsman's Halo is practical because with the other blast enemies, the chances are higher that you injure yourself, because if you make an impact damage, it will explode on the get-go, and you have to like dash away. But with the other ones, you can like slam it into the ground, and then an enemy walks into it, and then it will activate. So you have more time to plan and prepare and get out of the way. So it's maybe easier to handle that.
Yeah, so you can see it eventually explodes after a while, but you can see this is the Huntsman's Halo. So if I or an enemy were to walk in here, I guess it actually doesn't trigger.
It doesn't work for the puppets.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But it works for real enemies, yes.
I forgot that, because the other thing that you have to be careful with on the blast javelin is that you can hurt yourself, which is always a bit of an issue, especially for me. And
You're basically putting double trouble on yourself because you have to fight the boss and you have to handle that weapon. But on the other hand, we are doing like the 5th stream now, or you are doing like the 4th or 5th stream. By now, you will do it, I'm sure.
So I'm hoping, but I am also a little skeptical about the blast javelin for the exact same reason that you said. So I asked our lead game designer, Philip, today what I should take with me so that I don't instantly kill myself with the blast javelin. And he was recommending one of the mods here. So let me find it. There's one that helps you with your scratch damage. You know where that is? Here it is, thick skin. So this means a percentage of damage you receive is converted to scratch damage, which is really great if you don't want to hurt yourself too much. So I think I'm going to take that this time.
Oh, you were in a lucky position that you can get it and upgrade it at the same time multiple times because you were very high on resolve.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
And so let's see, let's make sure I take that. I'm also thinking I don't want the Trapper this time. I'm thinking I want Bloodletter and maybe Spear Sister. So
Here we are again.
Progress.
Huh? What did you say?
Here we are again.
Yes.
We were talking about her the last time.
Well, we love
It's
the
our
Spear
favorite.
Sister, yeah.
We will definitely have to ask Jeremy what his favorite character is, but maybe let's wait till you meet Sam in the game.
Sure.
But I'm curious.
No, sure.
Hi Kerplunk, welcome to the stream, and Tepesh, also who works for Studio Fizbin. They are our technical director, or associate technical director. You'll have to let me know your proper title in the comments. Is recommending some Leech, and hello to Lily, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
So there is a javelin with Leech on it. So I think that is a good idea to get. I think I'm just gonna want a lot of stuff for survivability and health, which is why I'm gunning for the Bloodletter. Although now it's getting tricky because I want all these. I definitely want a Resurrection. Maybe I don't need Strike. Is that crazy?
I sometimes get rid of Strike to prioritize.
Okay, I think I will do that, but I have to demonstrate the Strike first because it's pretty cool. I didn't finish demonstrating all the blast moves. So throw is pretty straightforward. You throw and it explodes. The slam is also pretty straightforward. You slam down and it explodes, but it explodes pretty fast, so you always have to dash out of the way unless you have some way to mitigate that damage. So just be careful because you'll get caught in the blast pretty easily. And then we also have the Strike, which is this cool diving attack, and it plants a bomb, which explodes after like a second. And I just really like the animation here. Boom! It feels really powerful.
The animations are just great.
Yeah, this one's really satisfying. Okay, now.
To arms.
Let me look back at my selection here. So because I cheated a little bit, I have access to all of the javelins right from the get-go. Normally these are something that you'll unlock throughout your playthrough, but I wanted to find maybe a different javelin because Tepesh
What
was...
if you pick dual javelin?
Well, what if?
We could
what do you think I should take
different.
with me?
Well, for the funsies, you could take 2 different blasts.
Okay.
But, or yeah, maybe just another one, like a totally different one.
So I want to
you.
point out the drain real quick, which Tepesh was recommending, which is this, it comes with this ether siphon, and drained enemies transfer 1 health to you for every 2 seconds. So it's a leech, basically, which sounds really good to me. Okay, let's go back to our character upgrades and see what we can bring along.
It's triggering me so much that you have everything unlocked except 1.
Oh, except
Could
for
you
this one?
please
I'm so
unlock
sorry.
it?
Perfectionist kicking in.
I could. I don't know if that's
Yeah, but you have to save, right?
super smart. I'll save of next time. I promise you.
Yeah.
Well, dual javelins.
Oh, but we also got, we also set fire already with our opinions because Mambo Master Kong wrote that playing without strike sounds crazy to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that, but here's the thing. I always, in a run, tend to focus on usually a certain type of attack that tends to dovetail well with, you know, whatever items that I'm picking up, and of course whatever javelin I've chosen. So I think I can live without it, even though I actually don't think I've ever done a run without having the strike equipped, except for like the very first one. But now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't want the bloodletter. I really want the spear sister. Oh, I just have not enough to get this next level upgrade. But I do think the Spear Sister is going to be really good for this run. And you were also saying I should bring along 2 javelins, which means
because it's fun.
Okay.
I also want to see it.
I'm going to get rid of the javelin strike, as we discussed.
As long as you keep the dash, because like not equipping dash, that would actually be crazy.
Yes.
Like this would be the hottest hot take of all times.
I think that's a very cold take. I couldn't live without a lot of dashes. I'm always going for the dashes as well. I just, like, I don't know. I'm decent at this kind of games, but I can go into a panic mode if things get really difficult, so I always need to just mash button, get out of here.
Exactly, you need it for the fight and flight. You
Exactly.
can strip yourself off the flight.
Okay, so what do I got? What do I got? I need to choose my second javelin.
Yes.
So right now I have the Furious Eruption, which is the Drain one, and then I also have the Deceptive Detonator. I don't think I'm smart enough today to use this one. So maybe I will use what's a good alternative one? I mean, this is really good.
Oh, this is glorious. You're like in a lucky position because it's not like that easy to obtain. So in my run that I'm playing at the moment, I still don't have it. But you have it, so yeah, you cheated, but take advantage of it. So
yeah, so
it is very lucky.
This is really
handy.
good, and it's definitely an advanced javelin because if you read here, only takes scratch damage for 2 seconds after a javelin attack is performed. So this helps mitigate a lot of the danger of having this blast javelin because instead of blowing yourself up, well, you still blow yourself up, but it's only temporary because it's scratch damage. So
scratch damage is such a cool, unique feature. I think we
Yeah.
have in Reignbreaker. I don't know this from other games. I think.
yeah, I think it's more common in like certain kinds of fighting games, but maybe not so much in this kind of games. Maybe one of our game designers, if they're in chat, can talk about some of their inspirations for that system, because yeah, I really like it. It helps give you some other damage mitigation strategies, especially if you're going in with a really dangerous build. Is but a scratch.
Jeremy, what is your favorite way to play a roguelike like Reignbreaker? Are you more of like, I'm going in and fight, or are you like Ian and me dashing around, trying to not die?
Honestly, just dashing around all the time. Like, you know, make a dash, then hit it them once, dash again. Like, I think I'm also a little bit of a panic dasher.
Like,
Panic dashes. We
Yeah.
are all panic dashes.
all right, let's go.
Let's go. It's time to get an audience with Her Highness. I
Well,
have this sentence in my
yeah.
ears so often.
I love
Because
that.
it's the
Not
very
much,
first
dear.
sentence you get in the very
I-
first run. And I started over a lot of times in the past month, so I always like, it's time to get an audience with Her Highness.
Yes, I hear that as well. Yeah, we're give you some behind the scenes insights. We are in full playtesting mode here at the studio because, as you all know, or hopefully you know, Reignbreaker is coming out next week. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
It's coming out.
It's less than a week. It's like 6 days even. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So next Tuesday, So if you haven't played the demo yet, please do. We also just announced yesterday that the game is officially Steam Deck verified. How cool is that?
Yes, that is so cool because I love playing it on my Steam Deck.
Yes,
already.
you and I are both big Steam Deck fans.
Yeah.
So have you played it so far on the Steam Deck in your testing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love doing it, especially because like it's such a cool feeling to just like if you work all the time on the computer, and then when I test on the Steam Deck, I can just really chill on my couch and play, and I love that. That's a good way to spend a work day. I'm not gonna lie, sitting on the couch playing on the Steam Deck. But yeah, it works really, really, really well on it. Or like not lying here. And I'm glad we got that stamp because sometimes I think Steam is a little bit particular about giving that out. So the verification, despite many games actually run on Steam Deck, but they still don't get it. So I'm glad we get it because I feel like it's a perfect game for Steam Deck.
Absolutely, I love playing this kind of game, like isometric action games on Steam Deck. I played both of the Hades games on the Steam Deck. Like it's really perfect for that format, in my opinion. Also, chat, let me know if the audio levels are okay or if we need to turn anything up. I had to fiddle around a bit before stream, so if we're too loud or the game is too loud or too quiet, just let me know. I can wiggle my dials here and fix that. So let's see. Okay, this is perfect. We've got 2 Spear Sisters and a Bloodletter in this room, which is exactly what I want.
Oh yeah, here we go. Spear Sister action.
I've also got these cannons. Let's use that right away. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, these are so chaotic, especially with your blast javelin.
But it totally killed this one, so it was a good one to use, I guess. Ooh.
Imagine you will get a spray can, and then the blast, and then this trap.
Okay, this is OP. Oh look, I have a bug report, guys. Pay no attention to the loading rockets here. Okay, so this is really good with what I have. Oh, so is that.
They're all pretty good.
I know, I love all of these, but Pain Point, hitting an enemy with throw deals additional damage to surrounding enemies. I already am planning to do a lot of throwing, and this would just add additional area damage to that, but then stand still to quickly recover heat even while aiming. And it's uncommon. Oh, what do you guys think?
Pain Point.
Pain
Jeremy,
Point.
what do you say?
I also gave for Pain Point.
Nice,
Okay,
because we don't have time for calm and collected. We are panic dashers.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I think that's a good philosophy.
Hot, hot, hot.
Except I do need to maybe at some point get a heat mitigation thing because I just have a couple throws and then I'm overheated. And also now I also need to remember, what was the other one? Oh yeah. That I got. I just switched my javelins, which is the other one that gets the scratch damage only.
Oh yeah, that one.
But
you could do it for practice, maybe. For practicing the blast. Use it.
Yes, very true. I just injured myself with it. Luckily, it is the one that just gives scratch damage, so I'm all good. Okay. These guys. Well, the other thing I love about the blast javelin is putting it on one of these fuse boxes.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know, a fuse box is this little panel on the ground, and if you slam your javelin into it, it just does the javelin attack again and again and again. It fires the bayonet again and again. So if you have a blast javelin, it just explodes.
Yeah.
Constantly for, I don't know, like half a minute. And it's really
cool. Show us.
I will, but let's get some enemies in here, so I'm not just doing a fireworks show for myself.
We need some test subjects.
Exactly. Yes. Although they're all sort of huddling over here, so maybe this isn't the best showcase.
Got it. The javelin is overheated.
Yeah, heat is gonna be a bit tricky on this one. Oh, I got it. Oh. Phew. Okay, well, that didn't pan out, so I'll just show you now.
Here you go.
There it goes. Isn't that fun?
Glorious. Absolutely glorious. So, what do we have?
Okay. More damage. Dashing reduces heat. That's pretty good for me.
That's great.
And perfect throw. Yeah, I need to get this because
Yeah.
as we've been discussing, I'm a dasher and I'm also not doing so well on heat. So perfect.
Perfect for us panic dashes.
Exactly. Yeah, I really like anything that adds some oomph to your dashing, like the spray cans or this thing. Now, if I stand here, it does damage me. Oops. It's okay.
Yeah,
Just a
I had
scratch.
some fun runs where I basically tried to collect every boons that get you modification on the dash. So dashing became funnier and funnier with each item. Like you drop a beer can, a bear trap, and you drop a dash, a spray can, and you recover heat and stuff like that. So dashing feels so rewarding if you collect everything.
This goes.
Okay, this one is going to be tricky because this enemy is a variant that you can't throw at. So I'm going to just try to lure it through the exploding crap we have set up here.
You could also punch it if you're mighty.
I'm
Oh, it's
too much of a wimp to try punching these guys. They just bring out their knives so fast, you know?
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to punch and run instead of hit and run.
So Ice Pack. Getting hit causes your heat to be reset and you take less damage overall. It's pretty good. Restores 100 health, and whenever you use a healing station, your maximum health increases. That's also really good.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my faves.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that because gotta be defensive here.
On to the next room.
Oh, okay. Well, it's going all right so far. I still have 139 health. Maybe I'll finally get this this Chimera after all.
Yes.
Okay. And now I can put those tea leaves into use. Increase my max health by 20.
Wait,
Supplies
how
and
much did you have
keys.
before?
150.
Now you have one. Oh,
So it increases your maximum health by 20 every time you drink from one of those fountains, which is
great.
super nice.
Nice.
I think I want to save my keys for right before the boss because that's the point that I'm struggling with right now. Oh, nice, and we've got more Spear Sister and Bloodletter. Perfect. So this is going to be allowing me to specialize. I learned from Philip last week when he was on that the game does allow you to, it sort of pushes you to specialize because if you take items from a certain loyalist, you're more likely to see those loyalists in future rooms, which is really nice.
I
So-
didn't know that.
Yeah, so it always kind of seemed like it was working that way, but now we
Yes,
have the
right?
confirmation.
Yeah. Like, is that a coincidence? I'm not sure. But yeah, now we know.
I learned a
He
lot.
definitely spilled a secret there.
I learned a lot from having Philip on last week. A lot of information that I wasn't quite sure of. Oops.
The last streams were so interesting because I joined the project rather late, right? Last year.
Yeah.
And by watching the streams myself, I learned so much about the beginning of the projects. It was so interesting. Obviously, I have heard of some of these things before from other colleagues, but seeing these presentations was so interesting for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, that was
Like the
really
way
fun.
it has come and changed and developed, and all the special tricks in the special effects when Julian showed his presentation.
Oh, that was
it
so
seems
cool.
like magic tricks.
Our VFX artist, yeah, that really always seems like magic tricks, the VFX. Oh,
And today we will hear a lot about sound and music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so one thing that you might notice, and I know you'll talk about this later too, Jeremy, but in the instrumentals of this music, especially in this combat music, you hear a really interesting mix of instruments. You hear some, modern rock sounds, of course, guitar, but you also hear something that sounds a little medieval. So are you using like sort of a mix-up of instruments from different eras?
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, not sure where to start since it's also part of the presentation at 4. But yeah, we used a lot of medieval instruments for this one and just tried to smash them in with punk rock instruments and some electronic beats. So yeah, I think we just opened the box of Pandora a little bit music-wise and see what happened.
I can break the bridge lock now.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool, but it all works really well. It's just sort of like our whole game, which is this weird mix of influences with the punk and the medieval and
But did you have
everything else.
some like when you got the briefing, what was the first reference for music, like bands or something that you looked into because you said, okay, this could be like, give me a hint to start?
We've had so many references, therefore it was a lot of old school punk from the 70s actually, and then also some modern influences from The Prodigy. One of the biggest influences actually was the track The Day Is My Enemy, you know it from them, which is kind of dope. I really love the music. And yeah, we still have this medieval setting together mixed with the punk rock and also some little bit of cyberpunk vibes. So we just had to watch through the references and have a look, okay, what do we actually take from each of the individual styles to complement each other and create something new out of that.
Oh yeah, that's generally a very interesting topic to talk about, like in art creation too, right? What does it mean, like the difference between copying and getting references? It's so interesting because with my students, I often discuss the fact that students often feel like they aren't allowed to take reference from something else because they think they have to like reinvent the wheel and come up with this super new thing all by themselves in a vacuum, right? But you can't do that. What's really interesting is like taking influences and references and then creating something entirely new out of it, right? So that's what I do for art, and it sounds like you're doing the same with sounds in music.
Absolutely. It's always interesting, especially with a genre mix like this, because I actually don't know about any other example in video games that has a similar setting than Reignbreaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to be as free for a kind of new setting to also create something new and just match a lot of different directions together and see what comes out. That was a whole lot of fun over the past 2 years.
Oh, you've been working on it 2 years already.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't tell which month it was. My colleague Marcus started a little bit earlier on the project. For me, it was, I think, August or September 2023, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have seen the game change a lot
Great find.
positively, right, over this course. You
Absolutely.
started when it was more of ideas, right? And now you have the result too.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see how far the game came actually. Like, we saw it kind
Trap
of,
set.
I don't want to say right from the beginning, that would not be true, but just to see where it's now and that is actually to release next Tuesday, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
From an audio person's point of view, what would be like the perfect time to join a project? Is it necessary that you start very, very early, or is in the middle fine? Because I have heard that oftentimes audio gets contacted or involved too late. And what do you think is like the sweet spot for joining a project?
Honestly, I would say as early as possible, just for the reason that if you are early on stage with the project, you can also help the development team with your musical ideas. Actually, like for example, you with art, like it will be a lot of forth and back and so on. But I think especially art and music can support each other quite well when it comes to finding the right tone for the soul of the game. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. And especially with Reignbreaker, since we have this wild genre mix, we kind of needed a time to work out our musical voice and what would work. Like, we had a lot of style changes, and I would say it was absolutely necessary that we came in as early as possible there to also have time for testing, try and error, I guess.
Maybe you're setting the tone for a whole new genre of music now, like medieval punk.
Oh, that would be amazing. Like, be one of the first artists who does something. But yeah, I'm not sure. There definitely wasn't too many references out there when we were initially looking for them.
I mean, I hope medieval punk catches on. That would be great for us.
It sounds good, right? It sounds like it should exist on a big stage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. What do you pick?
You know, I mean, that's pretty good. Dashing reduces slightly more heat. That one, I'm sad because I just used the fountain, so it wouldn't help me as much. We'll see. Hi, L-Try26. Welcome to the stream. I think I'm gonna take this just because reducing heat is good. Ooh, and we've got a boss here. Okay. Let's see how I do. Ooh.
Oh, I love finding a purple statue. Oh.
Purple statues are upgrades for your existing items. So, aiming causes you to only take scratch damage and you deal more damage. You know, general damage reduction seems good. I still have full health, by the way, which feels amazing. I think it's this drain javelin that I have, which is why I'm like not wanting to unequip it ever.
Oh yeah, you look so ready with your full health bar and everything.
I feel ready, but let's see how I actually do.
Not to brag, but this morning I defeated these two bosses like with nearly not taking any damage for the first time, and I felt like a superhero. Yeah, it was insane. I was like so in flow, and then I realized, wait, I'm done, because when I started doing playtesting a few weeks ago, I had to actually cheat my way through this battle because I
know it so well.
Like I was constantly healing myself with our debug menu because I needed to progress, and I didn't have time to die. But today it was like I just did it, and it felt very good.
Well done.
But you're basically doing the same thing here now. Now it doesn't feel like such a big accomplishment anymore.
I did take a little damage, but it's that drain javelin that's really helping me out, so don't feel too bad.
Yeah, that's great. Did you pick any armor item? No, right?
No,
you don't
not
have
yet.
Wow.
But I have a lot of damage reduction, a lot of scratch damage stuff, and this drain thing, so I'm doing well. I'm feeling good about beating the Chimera this time. We'll see. Oh, Zweihänder Overseer is almost. Boom.
Nice. The satisfaction of the lock cracking.
Oh, so good. And the lock cracking, the execution is also really good because it restores a lot of heat. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Overseer and Spitface defeated.
Full health, let's go.
Full health. Yeah, I don't even need these guys. Let's go.
No, there could be resolve in it. Sometimes they drop
in the health ones?
Yeah, sometimes. I noticed it too late as well.
Oh well. I don't need it. Oops. Well, maybe I do now.
Too cool for school.
No, but it seems like you definitely don't need any cheats, Ian.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. We'll see. This is doing pretty well for me. This is a javelin that I've never used before. This one that gives you drain, and boy, is it nice. That happened the last time too. I used a javelin that I'd never used before and fell in love with it. That's what
Oh,
I really
nice.
like about our javelin system, is we have dozens of different javelins in the game, and I don't know, it's fun to just try one that you haven't done before and see how you do with it. There's a lot of times in these sorts of games where I don't want to use something, you know, I feel like, oh, that's just not my play style, but then you try it out and it's actually like, oh, this is really good.
I felt the same with one item, I think from the Bloodletter that I picked, I think yesterday for the very first time
Really?
ever. Yeah, I forgot the name, but it's the one where you punch and inflict bleed.
Ooh.
But you also, the punches inflict less damage. And I always read like, oh, my damage is reduced, that I don't want it.
Yeah.
But then I picked it and the bleeding effect was so useful that I was like, oh, well, it is quite useful. I never picked it, but
Yeah.
now I want to pick it again. Yeah, I feel like you really have to sometimes pick things out of your comfort zone to then see, oh, that's for me as well.
Absolutely.
That's true. Get out of the comfort zone, like try out new combos. And I think you have so many combos out there. Like it's definitely worth try different builds for your character.
Yeah, I think our game designers
raise
will
the
be very
bridge now.
happy if people try combos. So
Yes.
let's make them happy.
Absolutely.
I mean, I do discover new synergies every time I play this game still, which is really fun. Eeh. I'm still just, like, sweeping the floor with these guys.
Yeah, you're loading through.
Maybe I finally will get the queen, or the chimera. Okay. Oh good, another Spear Sister. I want as many Spear Sister items that I can get.
I love that you make it sound like she has like clones. Like there's a whole army of her.
I want as many Spear Sisters as I can
Yeah,
find.
all Spear Sisters.
Well, maybe there are. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
An army. Who we got? Bunch of spike balls.
Oh, we have someone writing in the chat. Mambo Master Kong writes, my favorite is the hook one for the slam from the trapper with the stronger slam.
Oh yeah, so the hook, that's the one where the, I was using that last time, where when you slam, it reels in enemies from far away, which is super
that
fun.
one.
Yeah, I like that one as well. And I had never really used it before last week. I'd gotten it a couple times, but I didn't see its full potential. Ew. Okay. Power slam. Slam impact damage increased. It is rare. Quick charge or through the chest. Epic. Increases
Definitely.
critical hit.
I would go for it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do you always choose one based on the tag, like, or do you sometimes choose a common over an epic? Because I have done that before.
It depends. Like, the epic quality is really good, so that's always tempting me when I see it. But, you know, if I have a build already going and I really want a specific item, then I'll go. Oh my god, look at that.
Oh, it's legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So this is kinda tricky to just don't go for it at all, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you're in stores and something is like heavily on sale and then you feel like you need it, even though you don't need it, but because it's like so cheap, you think maybe I need it.
Mamba Master Kong was saying, look at that illustration. I think you were referring to this one. Which is the bird with its beak through the...
Oh, yes.
It's a little nasty.
These illustrations are so fun.
Yeah, so I don't think you worked on these directly, Naughty,
No,
but do you want to say something about all these really cool illustrations that we have for all of the vault items?
Oh yeah, I really hope that people take some time to look at them because they are not only quite fun, but they also have like this interesting style that Jeremy referred to as well. Like we have medieval and we have punk.
Yeah.
So how do we combine it? And the artist working on that or the art team shows like these weird medieval illustrations. Like if you ever open up like an old book from the like a medieval book about like plants or medicine, something like that, they always have like these super weird illustrations with persons looking a little bit off and having weird huge eyes and things, like no anatomy at all because there wasn't knowledge about it. And we wanted to get this sense of stupidity of these illustrations, but they are so charming in these as well, like these medieval ink illustrations, and then obviously mixed with some punk elements like the spray can motif and stuff like that. So I think it's a pretty interesting mix. Yeah, but do yourself a favor and Google hilarious medieval illustrations. You will not be disappointed. I was actually thinking about getting a tattoo of a weird medieval plant that I found when looking up. Yes, because it has eyes. It's like a weird plant with a nose and eyes.
What kind of plant is that?
I think it was some kind of herb or like maybe more like a vegetable plant. I have no idea actually, but maybe I can share it. Yeah, it's fun. You will find it if you Google hilarious medieval illustration plant or something, and you will know. When you see it, you know I mean that one. Yeah, and this is the reason why we have funny item illustrations, and I really hope people will look at them.
I think they will. We get a lot of comments about those.
Great. I love that.
Okay, so let's see. Great, another couple Spear Sisters and Bloodletter. This is exactly what I want. Thank you, RNG.
You didn't even pick, like, the item that makes the Spear Sister appear more often, right?
I think I did for the Spear Sister, but not the
Oh, you did?
Bloodletter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so in case people missed that, there are some of the character upgrades that you can equip before each run. Some of them increase the likelihood that you'll see certain loyalist vaults. So if you're going for a specific build, which I was, I thought, I would like to throw a lot with my Blast Javelin. Staying back and being safe is good. Oh, too slow. Oh. It's too busy talking. So that's why I thought, oh, I'll go for the Spear Sister. That seems useful. Okay, let's try again. Focus here. It's a lot to destroy in a short amount of time. Ah. Thanks, I don't destroy myself too, oh my god. Who else? Oh, I did it!
Nice one.
Do you guys find those time challenges to also be really difficult?
I was dying all the time. I definitely need a cheat, so.
I can raise
Yeah. I mean, I think, I forget who it was when we had them on, but one of our designers was talking about how those are a really nice way to make sure that you can't easily get every single item in every single room. You need a little bit of skill to defeat some of them on harder difficulties. Okay, this is really good. Stand still to recover heat even while aiming. That is so powerful, and it's rare, so I'm getting 30 heat per second. Oh my god. And, let's keep going. Oh, Nadia, I see you just shared the image of the plant. Maybe
yes.
maybe I can pull it up later too on my screen. Oh crap.
Oh yes, please. I was asking if anyone from the team could maybe post it in the chat because I'm not logged into Twitch. But it felt necessary, is it? You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I got distracted a bit by the plant and lost some health.
Oh, sorry. But you have
Gosh.
your scratch damage thing. You will figure it out.
I'll
you
recover.
can dash.
I'll dash. Yeah. No, I'll be fine. But I need to stop thinking of myself as safe. Still dangerous times. I just make it look easy, you guys.
My pretties!
Oh my god. I haven't heard that one before. Queen saying, my pretties.
Oh yeah, she's very protective. But she can't stop Clef from hurting them.
Oh man. Two of these guys. I have to be careful as to which one I aim at because one of them is the kind that can avoid throws.
Yeah, the beholder with the mutator that makes him like immune to
Yeah,
throw
that's hard.
is like a diabolical mix.
Absolutely.
Because you really don't want to touch them, but well,
Smashed
you
them.
have to.
Oh boy.
Don't mind if I
Okay.
do.
Bro has the chance to inflict stun. Oh my god.
That's good.
Spin blades when you're
Spin blades is fun too.
I don't think we've shown that on stream, so I should
Oh,
probably
show
get
it.
that.
Yes.
So when your
it's-
combo level reaches Anarchy, create a ring of damaging javelins around you that shoot outward after a few moments. Okay, so I'll have to make sure I get a good combo level, but yeah, I mean, it does exactly what it says in the description. Really fun stuff. Okay, let's see. And then you can just like run around and bump into people and hit them with your knives. I'm playing a little more cautiously because I want that drain HP to help me out a little bit.
Yeah. Looks a bit like you're playing catch
Playing catch.
in these castle ruins.
Why catch?
Because you're like running around and the enemies are chasing them and you're trying to avoid them.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Isn't that what it's called in English? I
Yes,
think
yes.
catch.
I guess
Don't
because I'm
forget-
throwing. I was thinking, well, I'm not catching anything.
Don't forget, it's a run for panic dashes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
This is our game.
Ah, yeah.
Come on, heal me. Oops. Oh my god.
This could have been.
I always punch those guys.
Yeah, me too. I never learn.
Never learn.
Maybe I would be like it would be more effective if I actually had to feel like electricity going through my body by doing that.
You know
But
they
I'm
make
perfectly
those.
fine in my shape. Yeah, I have seen in Berlin like there's a museum for video games and they have like this paint station, it's called, where you play and when you use you get like a electro shock.
Okay, so shout out to any streamers out there. If you wear one of these shocking vests while playing
mind
Reignbreaker
if I
and
do.
shock yourself every time you punch an enemy, maybe we'll sponsor your stream. No promises, but if we have the budget,
Maybe.
we'll think about it. Okay. Punches and fake bleed. This is the one that you were talking about, which is our favorite name item.
Yes, I never
Yeah.
picked it before and now I do.
But we also have the final stack of bleed, blah blah blah. Getting hit causes your javelin heat to be reset and you take less damage. I feel like I want that because these are good, but they don't stack that well with what I have currently. Mama Master Kong says, last week I saw some guys getting open flesh wounds from playing the Pain Station at the Computerspiel Museum. It's not for beginners. Oh my god. I didn't know it was that intense. Okay. I don't endorse getting open flesh wounds while playing our game. I was just thinking, I don't even think they actually shock you, the ones that I'm thinking of. They're just like, I don't know. I mean, they shock you a little. It's like like those machines that you have at arcades.
You know what I also love seeing when watching streamers, when they have like different input controls, like when they instead of using a controller, they, I don't know how they do it, but they map it on like movements of
supplies for
their
keys.
feet or a head or whatever.
Yes, so what do you want people to play Reignbreaker?
Reignbreaker. What would be like the widest way? I don't know. Maybe with like waving or something. Like you look like you're dancing.
Gestures with a Microsoft Kinect.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I have to wipe the sweat off my hands as always because we are getting to the boss.
Oh.
That's given me so much trouble. Oh.
Exciting!
But you have like, you are so well prepared with your build.
I do, I have a ton of items. Okay, so... okay, pair us up, you guys. Left versus the Chimera. Can we finally beat it? It's really nice that I have this thing that restores health while I'm standing still. Oops, oh my god. I can even hit you from far away.
This looked so unnecessary, that hit, because you're just standing there.
I know, what the heck? I thought we were at a stalemate here. And I'm still at max health, I guess, because of the drain and also my scratch damage items, so I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. I'm like...
You also still have a Resurrect.
I also still have a Resurrect, yes. I haven't died yet.
I remember recording some gameplay videos for this boss to work too, and I think I didn't have cheats at this time, and it was really difficult to record a long enough video to actually work to music-wise because I was dying so fast.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It does a ton of damage if it hits you with its melee attacks. But luckily, yeah, I have some damage reductions, so that's helping me a lot right now. Oh gosh, I'm overheated. Okay, just gonna stall a bit. Boom, boom. Ah!
This could have been avoided.
Oh my gosh. Still haven't gotten those spinning blades.
Oh yeah, because you never reached like Anarchy combo level, right?
Yeah. This doesn't... Oh my gosh. There are some items that can increase the rate at which your combo level increases. I don't have any of that. I don't have any combo level related items.
Yeah, but it would also naturally increase if you just don't get hit.
Okay, well. I actually have the item that that makes it so that you don't lose your combo level if you get hit. So, I think I just don't have a great playstyle for combos. Like, you know, usually combos build up faster if you're punching because that's a lot of smaller attacks instead of one big attack every few seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I think I can at least get to phase 2. Let's see. Come on, come on.
By the way, Rosanna wanted to post the land picture in the chat, but we can't share links apparently, they get censored, so...
okay, well then I'll need to show it later in the stream. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, phase 2. Let's go, let's go. I don't really know anything about phase 2 because I never get here. Oh my god. Okay, well that's nasty. Oh my god. Oh,
Ah!
I'm so glad I have the
can look at
resurrection.
Ian, I believe in you.
We're good. We're good.
Well, yes. Trying to be optimistic by saying yes.
Thank you. Oh my god. This is nasty. Holy crap. Who designed this?
Some of them might be watching.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have a word with them later. Oh my god.
Well,
Well,
more dashing, less
oh.
dying.
Oh.
You were a fool to come here,
Rip.
and now you have reaped your
Well-
reward.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I feel like a fool. Well, I
You did
got farther than I ever have, so that's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I can try one more time, and we'll see how it goes. But we are actually going to pause gaming for a second because we want to show some cool audio stuff. So I'm going to turn down the volume on this real quick so it doesn't get in the way. Yes, thank you, Mamba Master Kong. That is progress. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, guys. Did I do okay?
Yes.
You did amazing. Far better than me.
Okay, well, that's all that counts, is that I did something. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's go back over to my files here, showing this very exciting collection of files. But I have some audio tracks that we wanted to share today. So
Yeah.
Jeremy, can you talk a little bit about what you've brought to share with the class today?
Absolutely. It's basically a little sneak peek of the Reignbreaker official soundtrack that will be released on Steam as from next Tuesday on, when the game releases, and will come a little bit later to Spotify, iTunes, and co. But yeah, basically just show you a little bit of the music, also with the track that you just that you have already selected there, Take It, Break It.
Yeah.
It's a bonus track since it was not one of our first demos for Reignbreaker, but like it was something that was playing a long time in the main menu of the game during the development process, before we had our cool collaboration with a really cool punk band, which is
Yes.
about to be announced. And we felt like it kind of shows good, like the mixture of medieval meets punk meets electro that we wanted to achieve with the soundtrack. So maybe we can have a quick listen to this original style we've had.
Yes. So this is Take It, Break It. I remember this one.
It was there for a long time.
So yeah, this was our main menu music for a really long time. And there's a little bit of vocals in this one too.
It is, and actually funny story, you wouldn't think it is, but this is my colleague Marcus, who unfortunately
Really?
couldn't join today. Yeah, and he found this super cool software, which I unfortunately forgot the name about, but he basically recorded some vocals, threw it in the software, and became a female punk singer.
Okay, that's awesome.
What?
Yeah, it was just supposed to be a placeholder until we find a real punk singer.
Sure.
But yeah, he will be on Steam and Spotify and iTunes just in a little while from now on. So
Making his debut as a punk singer. Okay, well that's
This is
great.
so fun.
That's a tidbit I never knew. All right, I really like that. So then, what else do we have here?
we have a lot. I'm actually just thinking about where to start. I can tell you maybe a little bit about the ambient music, since
Yeah.
we just spent a lot of time in the dungeon. And basically, as it is with the setting, we play Clef, who wants to fight against the oppressive system, is a rebel in her own, and yeah, the ambient music basically should reflect a little bit of the oppressive system, which I tried to do with heavy basses and also heavy beats that just feel like it's crushing you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the music should feel should deliver a little bit of the feeling of emptiness, and I mean we're kind of in this ominous crypt scenario and so on. So we wanted to also have like a good feeling for the space there is. So lots of reverb and lots of heavy tones to kind of hit you in your face, hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, I basically designed the ambient music in 3 intensity layers. Like as with the run, we heard it started more ambient, and the further we progress with the run, the more layers will come in. And right now with Bastion Heist, the ambient track, it will be intensity free, like where you have all the basses and everything.
Okay. So this is like the most intense version of this song that you'll hear.
Yes, basically the most intense version of the ambient background music.
Okay, let's hear that. So what changes actually based on the intensity level?
We basically bring in more rhythm itself. Like I think in the least intense version there's like basically just ambience. Like it should feel empty. It's like well, there's not a lot of action drama going on so far, but it's about to come. Feel a little bit slightly ominous.
Yeah.
And yeah, like in the other 2 versions, depending where you are at in your run, it would come in some guitar, some more effects, and in this intensity version now, like the heavy knocking hits and electro bass.
Yeah. And what makes the intensity go up? Is it just as you progress through the game, or are there certain points at which this will increase in intensity?
It is at some certain points in the game, like Marcus did the implementation. I'm not quite sure right now, but yeah, basically just before we come to the boss, there should be the highest intensity now.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll try to pay attention to how it changes throughout the run next time. Okay. But yes, awesome. It's really interesting to hear that ambient music in isolation.
That's good to hear. Thank you. Yeah, maybe something else I can tell you about is like, as I said, there was a lot of experimentation with the music. Like I think at some point we, when talking with the creative director, we said the soundtrack should be something about 40% medieval sounding,
Okay.
40% punk rock sounding, and about 20% electro sounding. And we tried out a lot of stuff, like to resample real recordings of medieval instruments, which basically means you record something and then you just chop it up to have like this kind of modern effect, like with not a real ringing out of the instrument, but that it's cut off. And yeah, with these recordings, we tried a lot with filter animations and some funky effect plugins to see what kind of weird sounds we can create.
Okay.
And obviously added a lot of distortion to it. So in the end, we had a lot of cool sounds, and with the briefing that it should be punky, we tried a bit with it. But you know, the problem is, and what we needed to achieve, a punk rock song doesn't really have like a theme or anything. Like it uses not so much melody and so on,
Oh,
but a smaller
right.
stream, and we needed something memorable. So
Yeah.
at some point we kind of got in Castlevania as another reference.
Okay, cool.
So we took those sounds that we created before and smashed it in with Castlevania vibes. And I think you can hear this quite a little bit well, I hope, with the track Corrupted Armor,
Corrupted Armor.
which is the Corrupted Knight boss in the game.
Ah, yes, I was just noticing how good this one is while we were fighting it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I definitely hear the, like, Castlevania influence.
Ian enjoying music might be my new favorite thing.
I mean, it's really nice to see that you enjoyed the music, so thank you.
Gotta dance
Oh yes,
to it.
it's great.
I just can't wait till this is all on Spotify. Put this on at the gym. That way I can really train to defeat the Chimera once and for all. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pause that, but yes, I really like that one. That's definitely one that'll get you in the mood to break stuff.
That's good to hear. Another thing I maybe can talk a little bit about, or what I brought to you today, is also the safe room music.
Okay.
Like, yeah, briefing actually was like, it's a little bit of a break we have in between the runs where you can just get better equipment and have a little rest, but you're still inside the dungeon and like dangers lurking around, basically just around the next corner. So yeah, I basically took some of the instruments we already used for the run and kind of bring it into a more chill, have a break kind of musical piece, which also kind of evolves then into a little bit of a punky song. Again, medieval instruments with electric guitars on top of it also, but yeah, the track is called A Break in the Needle.
Okay, let's give it a listen. Yeah, I definitely recognize this. So the safe rooms are those rooms with the big vat in it where you can heal, and there's usually a shop there.
Precisely. Not to be mistakenly took for the lobby, we have some other music for that, but
Yes.
yeah, it's basically kind of yeah, as the lobby before the run, but in the run.
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. Like, this is relaxing, but still there's a little tension.
A little bit of the danger of the dungeon waiting for you.
Rosanna, the music would work really well in a gym setting. I'll put it on my workout playlist. JK, I do work out. This one would be good for, like, I don't know, like leg raises or like planks, something that's like not too high intensity. The Chimera song would be like, I'm going all out on the elliptical, or like I'm doing a bench press record.
Lara actually left a really great comment to it. I'm not quite sure what exactly the words were, but something like, hey, hearing this track, I think we need like a little study to relaxing dungeon electronic vibes playlist somewhere.
Yeah, you get a little bit of guitar here. Cool. Yeah, this is a nice one. But speaking of gym music, so the last one that we have to show today is, I guarantee, going to be on my gym playlist for many months to follow once we finally put it on Spotify. So can you tell us what this song is?
Yes, just to check again, we're not supposed to tell the audience who the artist is already, right?
Okay, well, this is a stream exclusive. We're officially announcing this on Friday, but we're giving you a little sneak peek here because if you're a sleuth, you can already figure out this information. If you play the
Yeah.
demo, look at the credits, hear the song, you can already hear the full song in the demo. So if you like this, go play the demo, listen to the main menu soundtrack. But yeah, we can spill the beans just in this stream.
Okay, so it's fine if I say it.
Yes.
Okay, so we collaborated with Jerv, which are known for their work on League of Legends and Arcane. Basically, they are the voice of Jinx, musically speaking, which you hear of. And yeah, we were super fortunate to have them on the project. So our goal and the goal of you guys for Reignbreaker was to have a real punk band on board. And we were looking through some different bands. But hearing Jerv and just the aggressivity in their voice and everything, like this kind of felt like, yeah, this is what we need. There's so much anger and there's so much also distortion in the voice itself when she shouts, when she screams, like
Yeah.
So we approached them and they were really happy to jump on board. And we took the musical supervision with them, also briefed them about the game and everything. And yeah, like some things that we needed to be aware of is like, since Jeff is kind of a little bit known for the voice of Jinx, musically speaking, that we don't want this for Reignbreaker actually, because Clef actually isn't Jinx. Like we don't have a madness, punky, crazy character, but more like a resistance fighter, like somebody who is really pissed off by the oppressive system and wants to fight back, but afterwards seeking for justice. So we had a little bit, we had some different versions and a little bit of forth and back, but we are super excited what Jeff came up with in the end, and we're happy to show you this 1-minute taster.
Yes, so let's get right into it.
I'll take your dignity, rip apart your pride. With the grin on my lips, I won't backslide. All puppets will fall, I'll take every shot. On the battleground, I'll give all I got. No one's gonna own us, tearing down the tyrants. Glory to the fighters, we will get them strong. No one's gonna own us, tearing down the tyrants. Glory to the fighters.
Awesome. Wow, I have chills. Like, legitimately, I'm not just saying this. This like has been stuck in my head since we first heard it. It's such a good song.
It's been similar for me, really. No, but
The first time we got it posted in the Slack, we all went crazy.
Yeah.
This was insane when we all heard it for the first time. It really tied everything together, like the whole vision of the game, the visuals, everything.
Absolutely.
It was the same experience for us working with Jeff, and I'm really happy to hear it was the same for you. But yeah, actually, the single, Jeff will also release the song as a single, which will be available on Spotify as of next Tuesday too, which I know of as far as I'm concerned.
Actually,
yeah,
a little sooner than that. But yeah, just watch our channels for the official announcements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, didn't say anything in this case.
No, it's okay. But yes, so you'll be able to hear the full song on music streaming platforms and maybe also get to see some cool stuff ahead of launch. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, I guess thank you for everyone in the chat today. You're so lucky you get to hear this little snippet. Okay, but so we've got through all the tracks already, Jeremy. Was there anything you wanted to say in conclusion?
In conclusion, it was a massive honor to work on the project. Like again, we've been working almost 2 years on it, and it kind of feels crazy.
That's
This is
so
all coming
long.
to yeah, it's crazy to think of that. It's all coming to an end of with the release just next week. So yeah, it's been a big pleasure. It was super fun to get crazy with the different styles and to make how to mix them. So yeah,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
pretty excited how people will like it on Tuesday.
y'all put together a really great soundtrack. So just as a reminder, of course, you'll be able to hear all the music in game, but then you can also buy the soundtrack on Steam. You'll be able to stream it on Spotify and other streaming platforms as well. So if you like what you hear, and I think we all do very much, make sure to check that out. So I'm gonna pop back over to the game now and turn this volume back up.
Yeah, it's
And-
easy. Whenever you don't play the game, you can listen to it on Spotify, and when you don't
Yes.
listen to it on Spotify, you can play the game.
That's the spirit.
Easy.
Okay, well,
Make sure to stock up on
I came so close, you guys. So what do you think? What should my next move be?
Let's check your wallet because it is filled with resolve.
It is
My
That's
weapons
true.
of choice.
other one. But what
Yes.
sort of build do you think I should go for? You know, I've already shown off the blast javelin, so in my last attempt here on the final dev stream, what should I go with? I really want to get this guy.
I wanted to say upgrade your dash, but I think you don't have enough. It got
Oh my god, it's
Yo.
3,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We upped this price a week ago or something. Ever since it's not as cheap anymore.
Mm,
Yeah, okay. What about the armor? In the survival tab. You didn't unlock it
Survival.
yet.
oh, this
Like
armor
the shield.
increases defense.
A little bit less damage, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But it would mean you had to sacrifice another
man.
upgrade.
The choices. Well, Mama Master Kong is screaming strike, and I do think that's probably wise.
I mean, if you don't use a second javelin,
yeah, maybe I'll focus on one this time.
yes, then you have another slot.
I could also think about being punchy.
Oh yes,
I'd maybe
that's
want
always
to
good.
get the Vandal item and then one of the punch upgrades.
I always choose like the second one in the combat row in the first row, the fist.
This one, the punch rush.
Yes.
Yes, this is really good.
You can still upload it, upgrade it.
That's
sorry.
true. Why don't we go for a punch-based one? Because I don't think I ever
Yes.
really showed that on stream, actually. So
Oh yes,
let's
do it.
do that. Okay, but what do I need to get rid of? Ugh. I don't want to get rid of any of that. Oh man, I guess I could get rid of thick skin. Loath as I am to get rid of it.
Mambo Master Kong is an ambassador for the strike. They really want you to use it.
I
this
have the
time.
strike. I'm doing this
Yes.
for you, Mambo Master. Okay, let's get a couple upgrades on the hit the streets, and then maybe just a general punch damage increase would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little more health. But
Health?
more
Can you upgrade
damage.
it? The health?
Yeah, but more damage.
Hmm.
Let's
I like the sound of more damage.
let's go all in on punches because
Okay.
I really want to show that off a little bit. And then I need to choose any javelin in the whole game that will go well with a punch one. So I mean, maybe the shotgun is good because that's good for like up close and personal, or maybe I want to balance it.
What if you use a javelin that inflicts slow or because like they get a little bit trapped in that slow area and then you can punch them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Is there a shotgun that does slow?
Oh,
This
I
one is
don't
the
have it in mind.
delayed. I think that's very smart. Yeah, wildfire. Your javelin attacks create a slow area. So let's look
Testing
at how this
something.
works. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, the puppets are slow by nature because they don't move,
Yes.
but
That's such a
you
cool
can still
effect,
see
though.
the effect.
So how does this work? Okay, so creates it on the enemy. I've never really used this one either, so
Oh, cool.
yeah.
So what's the new one?
And then the
First
punch
rush.
the punch rush is press X twice and then rapidly. Bum bum. Why can't I trigger this?
Maybe on an enemy.
Oh, maybe.
It
have to
was
prepare
bugged
myself.
in previous builds.
Oh, no.
It's not anymore, but I don't know if you have the newest build.
Mine is a little bit old.
Oh, so then it's still bugged, unfortunately. But it isn't
No.
anymore. Yeah, it isn't anymore.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna choose something else.
But you can still
But it still does more
make
damage.
punch damage without the punch.
That's
rush.
true. Oh well. Okay. Well, such is the nature of game development.
Am I ready to
Yes.
go?
It is.
Okay.
And
This
you
monarch
won't
is going to get shut
have
up.
this issue next Tuesday, that we can promise.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it is fixed.
Yeah, I'm always playing one that's a few days
Come
old, or even
no,
older than
you
that,
think-
just to make sure that my saves don't get messed up for the stream.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, the first thing I get is
Oh,
electrified
yes!
enemies.
First for punchers. Let's
Oh
go.
my god. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky whenever I run into electrified enemies, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, and I forget, yes, that's right, I have the strike, I need to actually use that this time. Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, the strike is really great on the shotgun. It's this 3-part combo. Okay, punches recover more heat, heat recovers faster, blah blah blah. Punch repeatedly while dashing.
Yes.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
So punch repeatedly while dashing to execute a powerful attack sequence that inflicts coat. Okay, let's see what that looks like.
All seals removed.
It's
So-
great, I love
Onward.
it.
Oh, damn.
It's good for panic dashers like us.
Okay, yes.
I love the sound of it.
So it does this little super fast combo and this stomp. Which
On
is
to
really
the next
fun.
room.
Okay. Punch and strike. Just gotta remember my basic moves here.
Jeremy, I have a question. I know that your colleague was more responsible for the sound effects in Reignbreaker, right? Who
everywhere,
can't
child.
be here today,
Can you
unfortunately.
feel
But
them
do
watching
you know of anything, like in general, what is the funniest thing you have used to create a sound? Like, are there any weird items that you have used?
Ooh, I actually can't speak for Nick. Nick is actually our sound designer who created all the SFX, so I'm not sure if he has a favorite one of just odd items he used to record some things. I can only speak of myself, that I found some choir recordings from medieval choirs that I wanted to work in the ambience music.
Ah, cool.
And,
Wow.
and I threw in some effect plugins for like the tape machine to get like these kind of like old school mystery tape vibes, and distorted it a little bit, and also tuned it down so it kind of sounds really weird, almost like they are coming from the nether realm or whatever from the yeah. But I think this was like my own personal favorite weird thing to do with real recordings, how to mess them up.
This is so interesting. I wonder what you could do with just all the items you have in your daily life around you. If you like change the sound and lower it and make it pitched and stuff like that, I think you can create a lot of interesting effects, right? Must be
Absolutely.
so fun.
Yeah, just take like a fork and a knife from the kitchen and clang it and record it, and yeah, with a digital audio station workstation, you can make it sound like a sword fight if you know how to like.
So are you guys always prepared to record anything in your life? Because I, as an artist, I feel like I always need this ability to sketch wherever I am, even if I don't do it. But I feel like
Yeah.
I need to take my iPad or a sketchbook or anything. So do you always like, are you ready to record something in your daily life, or is it not the same for you?
It is a case-by-case scenario. Like, I actually don't take my microphones with me every time I leave the house. I have to admit.
Supermarket.
But actually, frankly, when it's going on a trip to somewhere else or whatever, I quite often take a field recorder with me, and just if I happen to hear something interesting, like it's really just a handy thing you can take with you, and yeah, just start it, record it, and see what you can do of it at home. I was actually on a walking trip with some friends, and we had a beer while the trip. And I remember recording like the whistling through the bottle, and I took that recording and made a little digital instrument out of it that I could play on my keyboard.
That is so cool!
So yeah, it's a little bit like with you, like it's always good to be prepared just in case.
Yes, just in case. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. It sounds so playful, like creating these sounds. Sounds like a game itself.
Absolutely.
So cool.
I mean, I think all of us can say like we started this out of a hobby, so
yeah,
it's so good to, although it's hopefully got to a professional level, to still keep some of the hobby vibes with you and just a passion for it, and just be playful, see what you can come up with.
Oh yeah, our industry is so interesting because it is really filled with all these kinds of people who have different passions, and then everybody brings their strengths to one project, and I love seeing that. That is something I really enjoy about having joined Fizbin as well, because before I was freelancing all the time.
Oh yeah.
So I worked very much for myself, right, and did my job, and then I handed it over. But now I really like seeing this whole like production of every single step and how everything together creates something like that.
I can break the bridge lock now.
And I love that about video games because they're so collaborative. I mean,
Absolutely.
Obviously there are masterminds who do everything, but
Yeah. Also, just when you work as long together with a team, they kind of become your family, I feel like.
oh yeah, we have a special case because everybody of us is like located elsewhere. Like we don't have like this one particular office where we all go through because we are like everybody is based elsewhere. But I feel like it still works really well to be connected if you have like a good tradition with some meetings, daily meetings, or even just posting funny things in Slack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it glues together.
We also get to see each other a decent amount of times too, which is really nice.
Which, sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
We also get to see each other, a couple times a year. We usually have a gathering.
Oh yes, that is important for sure.
The javelin.
It's like a field trip with the class always.
Yes. Wow, I'm not doing so well.
All right.
Oh!
This won't stop me.
Wow, the slow and punch didn't work out as good.
Yeah, maybe I just haven't figured out slow. If any of the designers are still watching, they should let me know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, too slow. I also am just not doing enough damage to do this right now, so
I can press forward now.
Yeah, man. Grab more items.
Exactly. I mean, I think I have the start of a good build going, but the question is, will I survive long enough to see the spoils?
I think you just described like the core game design principle of any roguelike.
Yeah.
I think I have a good build, but will I survive long enough?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh.
But I actually really like roguelikes that have permanent progression like we do with the Resolve. It keeps things interesting, like every run is fresh, but you also have like the steady progression, and I like that.
It also helps you learn the game a little bit better, I feel. As it introduces mechanics more gradually, and then you can do more the better you get at the game.
So Jeremy, if you would place our characters in a band, what instrument would Clef play?
Oh,
Or would
that's a
she
good
be the
one.
singer? What do you think?
Absolutely play the drums. She wants to
Oh, really?
smash stuff. Yeah, she's all about smashing stuff, smashing the system and everything.
Oh, that
like
makes sense. I was wondering, like, before asking this question, if you maybe, because she's like our main character, if you just say, yeah, she's the main vocals. But your answer is way more interesting, actually, because, yeah, I think she would be great on the drums.
I mean, she makes for both sense. Like the role I see her in is like play the drums and while they're just sharp. I'm actually not sure if she can use a microphone because she probably would scream so loud already.
That's true. Yeah, what do you think? What would the Spear sister do in a band?
Oh man.
What role?
The javelin shrugged off.
I mean, I don't know if it's just because of the large javelin, but I feel like the bass kind of
Yeah,
fits her aesthetic.
have a similar feeling.
You do? Okay.
I can't see her playing the bass because bass players for me are always very cool. They seem like chills, and she has this calm but collected vibe.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the cooler characters.
Okay, but who of our cast is then doing like the main guitar and the main vocals?
Yeah.
Guitar, maybe the trapper.
To be fair, I also kind of see the Trapper as a bass character. I could imagine him playing the bass.
Is it okay to have two bass players in a band? I
mean,
don't know.
it's our band. We can have anything we want.
Yeah, it's true. We can only have bass players and a drummer.
The more bass, the better. Give the bass.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm actually not sure. It's a tough question. I'm also thinking about who could be the front singer. What did you guys think?
The front singer. I think it would be so funny if it was the Bloodletter, just because it would be such a weird band. But no, maybe.
Evangeline on vocals.
Evangeline! Yes, I was thinking the same. Evangeline, like our good soul character who is in the lobby. The friend of Clef, basically.
Yes.
I feel like they would have power to sing.
They also have a great voice, so it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, Ian, I see that as a marketing illustration, to be honest. Just our
As a
cast
band.
playing
I would
band.
love to see this. Makes a great social media post.
Well, yeah, I'm also
For
just thinking of
sure.
like an online quiz, like which loyalist are you?
Hands.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. I love doing these quizzes. Like back then when we still bought like physical magazines, STs, and there were
Yeah.
these quizzes inside.
Okay, well, I guess I need to write one now. Ooh, dashing reduces heat. I definitely need that.
I can raise the
I need something, because
Yeah, it's not good looking too good.
it's not looking too good.
I feel guilty because I kinda talked you into picking this javelin.
Yeah, that's right, it's your fault.
Yeah, I know, right? So, for my own well-being, I want you to succeed, so I don't have to feel bad. So please succeed.
Okay. For you, I'll win the game.
Nice.
Good. That easy. Okay, swift maneuver. Okay, yeah, so I just got the thing that allows you to dash like right at the end of your throw, which is really nice for maneuverability. Oh, and I've got a trapper up ahead. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. Hello.
Stop touching my thing!
I'll,
No. Fighting these guys is really hard with a French build.
Yes. True.
just haven't mastered it yet, I think. But that's okay. Get him in this fight for that. I'd love to hear Clef using her javelins as guitar or bass. Yes, for sure.
This also would make a great animation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe y'all can draw something once the game is out. And you don't have any more art to work on. We can make a bunch of stupid illustrations for social media.
Oh, that would be my dream. Ping me and I'll be there.
I know. So we can't spoil this yet, but you have made a really cool illustration for social media.
Oh yes.
That people will learn about in the coming days.
I think we can spoil that it involves Clef.
Yes, it does involve Clef. So.
But yeah, this was fun to work at.
Yeah.
What are your plans? Do you know when to use it?
At some point after launch, because yeah, we want to get the game out first and let people learn who Clef is. Oh. Almost got seen by that camera. Yes, a purple statue.
Very good.
My favorite. The thing about this build that is really nice. Oh god, I'm doing so bad. Oh my god, wait.
No!
No!
Okay. Well, you know.
You win some, you lose some.
I was kind of hoping, okay, final stream,
You slept
I'd
for
actually
2 days.
defeat Chimera, but you know, you can't have everything you want. I'm just gonna fist bump my baby build friends and go fight the corner.
But yet now we have a challenge for everyone who watched you to beat the Chimera themselves next week.
Do better than I have. Yes, and that's a great transition to our final reminders. So again, Reignbreaker is coming out next Tuesday, you guys, March 18th. So please, if you haven't yet at this point, wishlist the game, play the demo, and get it on your Steam Deck if you have a Steam Deck. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled on our social media for that exciting music announcement that we were talking about. Anything else? Yeah, I mean, thank you both for being here today. That was super fun. I loved having this focus on the music and audio, and like I learned a lot about that process that I had never really thought about before. And it was great to have you back on, Nadi, to keep us in good spirits. And
Thanks for having us, Ian.
yes,
Yeah,
of
thank
course.
you.
So thank you everyone in the chat for talking today, and we'll see you for launch. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, guys.